What's going on YouTube, Defender PSVR. In this video, I'm going to be going over a web article that is titled Sony betting big on next VR headset with increased production plan, which it is planning to make 2 million units of PlayStation VR 2 headsets. This is made by Bloomberg Technology, very popular. They're well known for having articles on technology, but in this video, they're talking about PSVR 2, so that's sweet. So, First Square, PlayStation marker sets ambitious goal in improving arena. Sony's first VR headset took 8 months to sell 1 million units. Me personally, I believe that the PlayStation VR 2 will sell over 1 million units in the first month that is coming out. Or I will say the first 2 months, because it's probably going to come out in the middle of early Q1 of next year. It's by Takashi Michizuki, October 2nd, 2022 at 10:20 p.m. EDT, updated on October 3rd, 2022 at 2:14 a.m. So this is an updated article. So Sony Group Corp plans to make 2 million units of the PlayStation VR 2 headset by March next year. People familiar with the matter said, setting an ambitious outlook that defies the global economic malice. As you all know, I believe the PlayStation VR 2 would have came in. I would believe it would have came out already. Due to the fact that there's PlayStation 5 chip shortages, so not a lot of people are able to get a PlayStation 5 still. And you need the PlayStation VR 2 to play PS5 games to work one-to-one. So they probably believe that it was a better choice just to wait until next year. So not only would you be able to get a PS5, but you will also be able to play PSVR 2 on PS5s. I don't know if they're going to make a bundle. That'll probably be too big of a bundle. They're probably just going to sell it separate, but at least you'll be able to get both. 2 million units that they're planning to make doesn't sound like a lot. But I guess they're going to just see how well the headset does. And even PSVR 1 didn't sell 1 million units until 8 months. Mass production of the virtual reality goggles began in September and hasn't yet faced supply chain constraints, said the people who asked not to be identified, discussing private information. The production figure could be adjusted depending on the device's sales. See, the production figure could be adjusted depending on the device's sales, which means, like I just said, which is pretty funny because this is the first time I read this, but depending on how well PlayStation VR sells is going to determine whether or not Sony makes more. Shares in Sony rose 2.4% in Tokyo on Monday, and the stock's biggest jump in 6 weeks. VR goggles remain a largely unproven category several years into the wide availability of commercial offerings from the likes of HTC Corp and Oculus, now a part of Meta Platforms Inc. Sony's roadmap for the PlayStation VR 2 anticipates much greater popularity than the company's preceding PlayStation VR goggles for the PlayStation 4, which took 8 months to reach 1 million sales. Meta's Quest 2 is the most popular VR headset today, shipped 2.8 million units in its first quarter of availability, according to IDC figures. I believe PSVR 2 is going to sell more than that. Sony has yet to give an official price or release date for the PSVR 2. Its current plan to start selling the headset in early 2023 will coincide with expected relief of the supply chain bottlenecks that have hampered availability of the PlayStation 5 console since its launch in late 2020, the people said. That would give the company sufficient inventory of both headsets and consoles for a big marketing push, which I just said as well. Well, users will need a PS5 console to use the VR headset. A spokesperson for Sony Interactive Entertainment declined to comment. A key to success is the quality of the games Sony will be able to develop, said Tokyo-based analyst Serkan Toto of Canton Games. The other critical point will be the price. Spec-wise, the PSVR 2 is a beast, and some users already expect it to cost as much as a PS5 itself. Dominant Meta. The Quest 2 has accounted for most VR headset shipments since it's launched. Game developers remain skeptical about the VR segment because of its relative lack of market penetration, especially on Sony's home turf of Japan. Meta Quest 2 is estimated by IDC to have shipped 17 million units to date and is lauded as the high watermark for the sector, but pales in comparison to other products in the console, mobile, and PC gaming arenas. The economic slowdown and increased materials costs following Russia's invasion of Ukraine have also hit the VR sector. Meta raised The Quest 2 is priced in August in response to the rising cost of production. The increasing cost of living is making many consumers wary of spending on non-essential items, said IDC Vice President of Data and Analytics, Francisco Geronimo. If the economic crisis deepens, Sony may need to cut production. Sony suppliers and partners are uncertain about how long the Japanese company will maintain its high-paced production schedule after launch. Sony plans to boost the PSVR 2's launch with new titles designed for VR from its popular in-house franchises such as Horizon, and has said there are more than 20 titles in development for the device from internal and third-party game developers. As you know, Resident Evil 4 is coming. Resident Evil Village is coming as well. A lot of Horizon Call of the Mountain, of course. That's a game that everybody's hyped for. And probably some other great games that also have not been announced. I'm personally excited for Runner. But that's going to conclude this article. I would just say the best thing for you to do is to pre-order. A lot of people don't like to pre-order, but I pre-ordered my PS5. That's why I have one today. Some people are still struggling to get one. This system, I don't know, it's kind of different because VR is kind of a small, family. There's a small VR family, especially with PSVR. So maybe, I don't know, you can probably get this if you don't pre-order it, but just to be safe, I would pre-order it. I know I'm going to pre-order it when it's available to pre-order because I always pre-order everything just in case, there's shortages and stuff like that. There's already been shortages. So just make sure that you get one. It'll be wise that you pre-order because when it comes out, you're going to be the only one left out. But what do y'all think about this? Will you be getting one? Will you pre-order one? Are you looking to pick one up? Or some people are still mad that you won't be able to play PlayStation VR 1 games on the PSVR 2, and that has made a decision for some people. But what do y'all think? Leave it in the comments below the video. Thank y'all for watching. This is The Finner. PSVR signing off. We out.